somehow, some way, they feel that they can conquer the world. They can do anything. Unfortunately, not all of us have that confidence, especially when it comes to business. I certainly didn't have any confidence working in corporate America for 15 years, coming to work early, staying late, and sacrificing precious time away from my family. My boss called me into his office one day. I brought a pad and pen into the office thinking I'm going to brainstorm on a new project. "Loretta," he said, "the company is in a corporate merger and we have to let one of our top managers go. And it's going to be you." "Me? What?" I sat there and tears began streaming down my face. Me, the dedicated employee who showed up for work 15 years. Me, the employee who lived and breathed the corporate culture. Me! My boss had just pulled the rug out from underneath my feet and I was livid. After I calmed down, I was terrified. I had 3 strikes against me. 1, I was literally unemployed with no job interviews in sight. 2, I was graced with age and companies were hiring millennials straight out of college and paying them 1/3 of my 6-figure income salary. And 3, I imagined in my head that I was going to have to break a promise to my 2 children in college with out-of-state tuition. "Hello, baby. Mama lost her job. So you're going to have to come home from college and leave your dreams behind." Now there's more to the story, but what I will share with you is that I transitioned into becoming a successful entrepreneur using the tool of real estate investing. When I generated $80,000 net profit on my first real estate deal, I never looked back. Moving forward, I've expanded my business to coach new entrepreneurs while including their families in their business. As a prominent family entrepreneur expert, here's what I want you to know. 99% of success is built on failure. You can overcome loss and adversity. You are powerful and unstoppable beyond imagination. But first, you must be prepared to generate confidence necessary for business success. I learned this lesson the hard way. When I was 7, my mother believed that I should take music lessons. We had an old piano in our 2-flat home. Back in the day, the piano teacher came to your home to give you weekly lessons. I loved pop music like the Jackson 5. Not so much Tchaikovsky. But I was required to read and practice classical sheet music as instructed. Therein lies the problem. You see, both of my parents worked and they didn't always check to see how much I was actually practicing. I figured I could get away with practicing as little as possible so I could turn on WVON AM radio and listen to Herb Kent, the Cool Gent, which was a popular Chicago DJ at the time. Well, the chickens came home to roost, as Malcolm X would say. I didn't realize the piano teacher had to demonstrate value by having students participate in a piano recital. "It's time for you to perform to play this classical piece," she said, "and it's by Bach. The recital is this coming Sunday afternoon." What? Nobody said anything about me having to play on stage in front of a group of people. The look of sheer terror consumed my body. Today was Wednesday and I only had 3 days to really practice. What was I going to do? Before you know it, Sunday morning arrived. Like most black families with Southern roots, we went to the 11 a.m. church service. As soon as church is over, my mother said as I woke up and began picking out my Sunday clothes, We're heading straight to the recital hall. I had to think of something quick. Mom, I said, I don't feel so good. I have an upset stomach. Oh, she said, you ate the same thing for dinner that the rest of the family ate and nobody else got sick. I'll just give you some baking soda and water to settle your stomach. Now you know that's old school. We didn't do the pink liquid stuff. But Mom, I'm sick. I don't think I can play the piano this afternoon. My mom felt my forehead with her hand. You don't have a fever. You'll be fine, honey. My mom already knew it was a case of nerves, and she prevented me from backing out. The baby grand piano looked huge to me. As I began playing my musical piece, I stumbled and had to start over. I took a deep breath and started again. About midway through, I stumbled again. My chords and my beat was off. A few times I had to continue with just the melody because my left hand just wasn't coordinated enough with the bass chords. As I finished stumbling through Bach Minuet in G, I stood up and feebly took a bow. The audience politely applauded, and there was a huge sigh of relief as soon as I got off the stage. What I remember most about that day is this: I was not prepared. I didn't consistently practice, and performing on hope and a prayer isn't good enough. I lacked confidence. Does this sound familiar in your business? Well, I'm here to share with you the 5 simple steps to build confidence for business success. But before I do that, my gift to you is to make these 5 steps available in written form so that you can refer back to them as you grow your business. Just text the word confidence to 312-219-9447 along with your first and last name and your email address, and I'll send them to you right away. Now, you've already heard about one of the steps, preparation, but there's more to share in that area. There are critical steps everyone must take prior to preparation to build confidence for business success. Each step foundationally builds upon each other. So here are the 5 simple steps prioritized in order of importance. Step number 1. Drop kick those limiting beliefs. The status quo will have you believing that you are not good enough. In fact, there are 3 areas most people fall into when it comes to limiting beliefs. A, they were born into a certain socioeconomic class, and this is their fate. Nobody in their family ever went to college or did anything with their life, and there is no confidence that they can do anything about it. B, the thought that, well, if they really knew who I am underneath this mask, they wouldn't love me. Usually people in this category allow shame or guilt to rob them of their confidence. Sometimes it's due to sexual identity or some negative behavior they did in the past. C, this is the category where a lot of people stay despite having previous success. The nagging feeling of I am just not good enough continues to haunt even successful business people who could have exponential growth if they would just remove this limiting belief and step into their greatness with confidence. Now, how do you eliminate limiting beliefs? I don't have enough time today to share all of the strategies for behavioral change. I share more inside of my coaching program, which you'll hear about later. But what I can share with you is that if you change your thoughts, you change your behavior. Language leads to thoughts, thoughts leads to feelings, feelings lead to actions, which equal results. The more negative language and thoughts you have On the left-hand side of the equation, the less likely you will achieve your intended results on the right-hand side of the equation. Connect with me, and I would love to share with you the daily affirmations that I use as a confident businesswoman. Go to my website, mamasoulwisdom.com, and download my free affirmations under the Old School Wisdom tab. The title is called The 2-Word Secret to Creating Success in Your Life. Once again, that website is mamasoulwisdom.com under the Old School Wisdom tab, because I share old school wisdom for a new generation. Step number 2, courage. Once you have the proper mindset, ask yourself this question: what did the lion request in the movie The Wizard of Oz? Maya Angelou, famous American author and poet, said courage is the most important virtue because you can't have the other virtues without courage. Courage allows you to be vulnerable and not lie to yourself or to your family. You can share what some might consider your dirty laundry and not become triggered by it. I feel sorry for anybody that has never had negative life experience, because it cheats you out of the opportunity to stretch beyond your circumstances with courage. I remember covering up the fact from my kids that I really did lose my 6-figure income job due to layoff. I was so embarrassed. Stuff like that wasn't supposed to happen to educated folks. Well, one day we were at a birthday party with some close family friends at a local pizzeria. Right there in front of the group, someone who knew me from my previous employment asked me how my job search was going since I had left 2 months ago. You should have seen the look on my kid's face. When I picked my face up off the floor, I faintly smiled and said that I was still looking for employment. When we were in the car on the way home, I had some explaining to do. I did not have the courage to be honest with my kids. I had egg on my face for a very long time, and with no confidence in myself as being a parent or a business owner. In business, courage means you have to have the confidence to try new things. You won't become fearless. However, you will have the confidence to be able to face fear and do it anyway. Don't get attached to the outcome or the results. Learn from what worked, what didn't work, and keep adjusting. The hardest part is just starting. It's like eating the awful waffle. The first one always looks bad and it doesn't taste good. But each waffle looks fluffier and tastes better when you keep doing it. Step number 3, preparation brings clarity. As I previously shared before, preparation brings confidence, but it also brings clarity. What's your intended outcome for your business, for your weekly and daily tasks? What is your big why? Clarity brings confidence. And gain clarity, one must do an analysis. An analysis to find out how you can do better than your competitors or add your secret sauce to your product or service. Is there a way that you can automate those mundane tasks in your business to free your time up for the things that only you can do? Can you eliminate the limiting belief that you can't hire a virtual assistant to support you in your business where you have possibly weak areas like social media or marketing? When preparing, use the technique of visualization to get the job done. Start with the end in mind and accomplish your goal. Work backwards by filling in the action steps required to succeed. Then you add your by-when dates next to each action step until you reach the beginning step. Then get to work and watch your confidence build. Step number 4, sharpen the saw, practice speaking and listening skills. Now that you have the entrepreneurial mindset and the courage to take on whatever comes your way through preparation, practice, practice, practice. Nobody gets six-pack abs just by thinking about going to the gym. You must put in the work. For business owners, it might look like reaching out to potential customers through various platforms like social media or making phone calls. Speaking to and listening to your target market will help you give your customers what they want. Get good at asking powerful questions because questions steer focus. Speak at networking events, speak on Clubhouse, speak wherever you can to provide exposure for your business. The more you speak, the more confident you'll become. Think progress over perfection. And listen to the feedback that the individuals are giving to you, what they're saying and what they're not saying. Be present to listen to understand and not to respond. Speaking and listening brings exposure to your business. Consumers don't purchase from the best business necessarily. They purchase from the best known business. Step number 5. Take action and walk like royalty, baby. There was an incident in my son's private high school where my son got into trouble, and it was serious enough for his potential expulsion. As a parent, I couldn't handle this, and this frightened me. I didn't have the confidence to guide my son through this crisis. It was up to the disciplinary committee to make the final recommendation whether he should stay or go. And all the previous decisions had all gone against the student. You know, it's tough raising black boys in this country. As a parent, we tell our children, you can grow up to be anything you want to be in America. But first, you must survive. Children of color must survive the violence, the gangs, and the bad seeds within law enforcement. They must avoid the prison economy, the negative beliefs, and the automatic prejudice simply because of the color of their skin. While I initially didn't have the confidence and believed that my son's terrible fate would be the same, I quickly developed the confidence and made the decision he would stay in his private high school. I used steps 1 through 4 by eliminating negative beliefs, having the courage to face the committee as a parent, continuing to prepare and practice what I was going to say. Then I added step number 5. My outer body language had to reflect confidence. I walked into that committee meeting and I looked everyone in the eye with gratitude. And I thanked them for the opportunity to speak. I was not arrogant, but my body language silently reflected that I dared any of them to put my son out of his private high school. The deliberation took less than 30 minutes. The decision was made that he would graduate from his high school, defying the odds. What does this have to do with business? Everything. All 5 steps are used daily to have confidence to start or expand your successful business. If you are not confident, your business will fail as an entrepreneur. You'll risk being miserable and start second-guessing yourself. Confidence is the secret ingredient to business success. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. I would love to connect with you on Instagram so you can share your story and I can continue to share mine. Take 5 minutes and connect with me on Instagram at Mama Soul Wisdom. That's IG at Mama Soul Wisdom. I'll follow you and you can follow me, and together we can be confident and successful in business. Now, let me ask you a question. If you could turn all of your challenges around with confidence and gain prosperity by starting or expanding your current business, what would that do for you? Let me guide you using my 6P system developed over the years to create powerful results in personal and business success. Go to coachwithmama.com, that's coachwithmama.com, and register right now for an interview call with me so you can learn how to achieve business with success. Do it right now with confidence. Now, you may be asking yourself, will your 6P system work for me? Yes! Nobody is more committed than me to ensure your business success. I find joy and purpose in co-creating with other entrepreneurs. Whatever it takes to eliminate those limiting beliefs to keep you in action, I'm the one. Why? Because I am this confident as someone holding a royal flush hand in a game of Texas Hold'em poker. Business requires coaching from other business owners who have demonstrated success, so that you can model after them. My business partner, who happens to be my husband of 41 years, we control 4 successful and profitable businesses. Let me support you and your family in being successful entrepreneurs with confidence. As a bonus for this special conference, I am adding an offer to attend my masterclass valued at $197. It's discovering 6 keys to family happiness and success, and it's no cost to you. Enter the link mamasoulwisdom.com/registration to attend my next event. My name is Loretta Wetzel from Chicago, Illinois, also known as Mama Soul Wisdom, sharing old school wisdom for a new generation. I am the founder of I Am Love Movement podcast, where I interview parents and individuals who share how they have triumphed over tragedy through love, acceptance, and forgiveness. I'll leave you with this thought. Beat the status quo. Whatever you're doing today, do it with the confidence of a 4-year-old in a superhero t-shirt. Be confident in your business and live your best life. See you next time.